Hey everyone, welcome to episode 12 of Less Platinum and 100% Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception on the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. Alright, let's listen to this let's continue with this cutscene. Sorry that last episode was a little bit of a mess. I can't really do anything about my capture card screwing up and all that. I've taken measures now to basically put it in shade with like cardboard and stuff, so it's not getting as hot, but
How convenient.
yeah, I don't know. Feels like it's working. Because you have to remember that in Australia, in December, it is summer, not winter, like it is in America.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, I understand.
I remember this cutscene, and I think it's one of my favorites.
If anything changes. Oh my god. I gotta go. Nate!
Thought this was frowned upon.
Shut up. I really thought you were gone this time. Are you okay?
It's Sully.
He's alive. But they've got him.
What? Where?
They're in a convoy headed into the desert.
Oh, we gotta go.
No, whoa. No. No, it's not. It's not that simple. Come on. They got at least 2 days head start on us, so we'll never catch up.
We gotta try.
Listen, I've got a plan. But we're only gonna get one shot at this.
Okay.
They're loading up a cargo plane at the airport. They're gonna make a supply drop to the convoy.
We gotta be on that plane.
Exactly.
You do realize that means parachuting in, right?
We've done it before.
Not well. Okay. I could really use a glass of water, and then we ought to get going.
No. My contact at the airport says that the plane isn't taking off until dawn. In the meantime, just try to get a couple hours sleep.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on. All right? He'll call if anything changes.
You're really gonna do all this on your own, huh?
For Sully? Yeah.
I like the way you think.
I know.
No, I mean, that's...
I know what you mean.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Come on, you can't tell me they're not meant to be together. They're perfect for each other. Elena's really tough. Alright, cool. Here we go.
There it is.
Okay, here.
Man, I don't want to have to use this.
I know, but we have to do this quietly. They catch us sneaking onto that plane, we're dead.
I don't think she meant using a silencer. Alright, chapter 16, one shot at this. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop here for a second, like not for the episode, but just for me personally, because I've gotta go take a break. I can't do anything right now, so I'll meet you back in a second, where I'll continue the episode, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. I had to, it might sound a little different right now because I had to re-record this section. This is post-commentary for right now. And there are a lot of things I've got to talk about real quick as to what's going on here. So, first of all, if you heard a weird sound, like just as I started there, I was doing some testing first just to see if you guys can hear me. It does sound fine, it's just it had like a weird noise right at the beginning, and I don't know why. So I'm just going to have to live with it. I think the rest will be okay. I think you guys can hear me clearly enough. Yeah, I apologize for all technological issues. I don't know how to fix things. I just, I purchase them, assume that they're going to work, and hope that they work forever, just like everyone else. There's the Expert Fortune Hunter trophy, which is 80 treasures, so that was the 80th treasure. Yeah, unfortunately, these things just happen sometimes. Basically what happened with this episode was I recorded the entire thing, and then I found out that there was a weird buzzing noise, similar to probably what you just heard at the beginning. But it was constant, much louder, and throughout the entire episode. So basically it ruined the entire episode, and I was unable to, have the episode with commentary because you couldn't really understand a thing I was saying because the noise was just so blaring over the top of the video. So I had to re-record like this. Luckily, the videos have different audio channels. So the way the recording software that I have works is it records 3 different audio channels. Number 2 is basically no audio whatsoever, neither from me or the game. Number 3 is both of the audios together, me and the game, and number 4 is the game audio itself. So right now you guys should be able to hear the game audio and then the post commentary on top of that. And hopefully that works, because if it works, then great. This episode wasn't a complete waste, but that's the only thing that I could really do. I mean, I could replay this section. It wouldn't be that hard. I just have to remember where all the treasures were and collect it. But then I wouldn't have like certain trophies popping and everything like that. There's actually quite a few trophies in this episode that I get to pop. So yeah, it's really frustrating. I wish that these issues just would stop happening, but every time you fix one problem, another problem comes up. It's just really, really frustrating. I hate it, and I mean, I don't know. I just don't know why things don't just work, especially since, I haven't been doing this for very long. This microphone was brand new, pretty much. It was a cheaper one, which I didn't like. I hate buying cheap. I always try and go for the best because I want it to work. This was pretty interesting. I didn't expect to do that, but it worked out in the end. Yeah, so I always try and buy like the best so that I know that I'm getting quality, because if you're buying cheap, it's obviously not going to really work for you. Here's another treasure. I think this is 81. Little glitch there, I forgot about that. I think I partially glitched it here as well. I was trying to figure out where to go, just jumping around. Yeah, and so I bought this one because my previous one was having issues where it would cut out segments of my audio, and interestingly, this particular microphone is still having those issues. And to be honest, the only reason I bought this one was because it was called, it's a Logitech one, which is the original one that I had, and it said Clear Chat or whatever. And the only other one that I was willing to get in terms of like the price, which was pretty much the highest price, was the one I already had. So I was just like, how have they not invented a new iteration or whatever of microphone? I think I bought the previous headset like I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. So I was just like, how is it the same one? How is it still so expensive? So I just thought, alright, this one says Clear Chat, and let me try that. That's the only thing I can think of. So yeah, these technological issues are just really grinding. Also another thing to mention, the next few episodes, not the next one, but I think the one after that, there's going to be weird, episode number confusions. Oh yeah, it took me ages to figure out that I had to open that door. There's going to be weird, number confusions. Like, I think episode 13, let me just think for a second. This is 12, okay, this is 12, 12 is fine, I got the numbers right. 13, I got the numbers right. On 14, I said that the episode was 14 at the beginning, but then 13 at the end. And then in episode 15, I said that it was 14 basically throughout the whole thing. So, and I even went out of my way to say I made a mistake, and then I just realized later that, like, while I was watching it back, I made a mistake in my mistake correction. So yeah, it's surprising to me because I generally am good at that stuff, but when you're recording it sort of all in one go and you don't have it written down anywhere and you kind of have to do it from memory and you take breaks and you know, you do like 2 episodes and you're like, cool, and then you do another episode and you're like, okay, what episode number is this? And you try and work it out. And you might know it straight away. You might know what the episode number is right at the beginning. But if you're playing a difficult game, which this isn't the hardest game in the world, but I'm playing it on crushing, which makes it a little bit more challenging. It could take me up to like an hour or more to film a 25-minute episode because I keep dying on the same thing over and over and over again, trying to work out how best to do it. And so by the time I finally do work it out, you know, it's been like an hour and 20 minutes and I forget what episode number it is, so yeah, it happens. But, you know, I'm trying to push through these issues. It's something that I know is going to happen. So yeah, I don't know, I may have to get a new capture card as well, which is really frustrating because the one I have is not even a year old. Maybe it is a year old. I can't remember when I bought it. I've only been doing YouTube for like 7 months. Well, 6.5. I've been doing for, I think as of recording this, I've been doing it for like 6.5 months. So the device, I think I only purchased it like 5 or 10 days before I actually started, so that's what the most frustrating thing is. I feel like it's compatibility issues as well because I'm using Windows 10 and it seems to be a real big compatibility issue. So what I might try is running the program in compatibility mode if that still exists and put like 8.1 or even 7. Seems to have less issue with those. It seems to have had less issues with those when I was recording with it on those operating systems. But that could just be the fact that it was brand new and it wasn't going to fail within the first month. I don't know. Alright, so there was the treasure, and here, let's talk about the episode now. That was the treasure, and this section is interesting. I think I got this basically in one go. This was my first attempt at it, and I think I did a pretty good job. I really like this section. It wasn't too difficult to work out where to go. There's the Master Ninja Trophy. That's for 50 stealth kills, so I did quite a few stealth kills in the game. Yeah, but this area was pretty good. It wasn't too difficult to work out, you know, which enemies to take out when. I did make a slight mistake, and it's coming up, and by mistake I mean I just took out the wrong enemy first. The great thing is if you take that guy out like that with stealth, you get the silenced pistol, which is brilliant. So I use the silenced pistol, and I think this is where I make the mistake. I'm trying to work out where these enemies are, and I can see the lights, and I was like, okay, let's do the lights. Now this guy, I think I got right. I think I was supposed to take out that guy. But then this guy, I took him out, and there was another guy right next to him. You don't see any subtitles for this, but I remember hearing the guy yelling, "There he is," or whatever it is, you know. And it basically screwed me a little bit because everyone started to run around and they noticed me and blah blah blah. But I still managed to get through it, and like there was some pretty decent plays here. Like look at that! I took that guy out with the sass, and then I hit the other guy with like some other part of the shrapnel bullet or bullets, and he got stunned, so it was really good. The heavies, the interesting thing about the heavies in this game, I feel like they're easier to kill than the previous game. And I do actually not mind killing them as much, but they can be still difficult. T-bolt sniper in there. Yeah, there's a ton of guns in this area, and there's just so much cover that if you really want to, you can try and get through the section stealthily, and it makes life a lot easier. I think on the speed run, I'm probably gonna speed through this like crazy, just kill everyone, and see what I can do. I don't know if it works the same as Uncharted 2, where, for example, that section with the at the beginning of the game where you're climbing the train, right? And then when you get to chapter 15, you got to do the same thing. You climb the train, you get to the very top, and then you fight off all those guys, and you have to climb out on the other side of that like ice field. This was pretty good. Took out all 3. If you climb, like, let's say you get up there, you get off the train, and you just run straight to that side, and you avoid, you know, any of the enemies seeing you. I think when you try and climb out, it will, like, the enemies will still kill you regardless. They'll just like go for you and you'll die. And I think this is the same thing, because with this area you don't need to wait for like a door to open. All you have to do is climb out on a section at the end of this in this area. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, I can't really remember, so we have to just wait and see. Ooh. Yeah, he almost got me there. I got 30 kills with the nades, which is good. Can't believe it took me that long to get that. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I shouldn't have. I think that was a mistake. I was trying to press the aim button, but I have, like I said, I think in a previous episode, I have actually been playing the Uncharted 4 multiplayer a little bit more. I don't know. I kind of like it. I think it's missing the and I hate that I'm so addicted to that kind of stuff, but I love I obviously love like trophy collecting, you know, it's my passion. That's what I really love to do. I believe I've mentioned it before, probably in the Bloodborne playthrough, because I haven't looked at that in a long time. But before trophies came out in like 2008, and even I think it was 2008, and even before achievements and all that, I had the idea for trophies and stuff like that in my head. I remember playing a game. I don't remember what it was, but I remember playing a game. And I said, you know, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if the game would just award you with this, like something little, like some little notification or whatever that would come up, and it would say, oh, you know, congratulations, you beat this really hard task, or you collected this special item, or you collected 50 of the collectibles, or, you know, whatever it is in whatever game you're playing. And I think I even came up with the name trophies as well, like just in my head. But obviously, you know, I was like, what was I? 2008. I was like 17, 18. I was 18. My birthday's early in the year. So I was 18, and I'm like, I can't do anything. Like, I'm 18. But then, actually, I probably would have been 17 when I thought of that idea. It was probably in 07 or even 06. I thought to myself, you know, oh, that would be an awesome idea, and it would be really cool. But, you know, I can't do anything. I'm actually going to be quiet here for this and let this cutscene play out, because I really like it.
I'm gonna climb to the top, and then I'll help you over.
All right.
Keep me covered.
Okay.
I can't actually hear the audio, but you guys can, so hopefully it's loud enough for you.
What do you do?
Elena, listen.
Oh, damn it. I knew you would try something like this.
Don't. Please. Let's be honest. This is a 1,000,000 to 1 shot. When I almost lost you before,
You're not gonna.
I just can't do that again. So take that Jeep over there and get the hell out of here, all right? While you can.
You haven't got much time.
This cutscene's great.
Go.
She doesn't even say, like, she or he doesn't even say I love you, but, you know, you can almost see that they want to say it. Alright, so let's see. Oh yeah, I love it. This bit is so fun. So Drake gets really, really fast here. Like, he runs faster than he's ever run before, and it's really fun. I couldn't remember where to go, but I was just like working it out. I was like, okay, that explodes, and I was like, yeah, okay, I probably have to go up here. Now there's gonna be a cut here, and I almost got it on this first go. So I kicked that guy. I shot this guy like 1,000,000 times, and then he finally died because of a smack to the head. And then I shot this guy, and I'm pretty sure I shot him in the head there, but it didn't count. Anyway, I die here. There's a cut here. Can't tell because I'm awesome at cuts. Now, sometimes I'm pretty good at cuts. That was a decent one, I think, so I couldn't tell. So take that guy out, take this guy out, stay behind this cover, take this guy out, and then when you've done that, just jump over here, and Drake should automatically kick that guy in the face, and that way you can just like sprint past. And then all you have to do is get past. I think it's just this guy. I'm not sure. Let me just keep going so I can see. So you pass that guy. And then you jump down here, jump on cargo, baggage, luggage, whatever. Yeah, and I think it's just that guy, and then you can get to the plane. And this this bit is just so cool. When I was doing the original episode, I was saying like, oh, is there a cutscene coming up? I can't remember. Is it the back that opens up? It reminds me of like True Lies, where he's like running onto the field. Yeah, running onto the thing and he tries to get on the plane. And then Elena shows up and I'm just like, that's right. And you get Elena helps you get on the plane. Deja vu, right? I think they mean when the convoy chapter in Uncharted 2, which was 21, chapter 21. Yeah, so and then you just control the car. I'm just like I'm surfing on the car, and I remember talking about this bit here. So you get real close to the landing gear, and you jump on it. I like to wait for Elena to tell me to jump, just so I can be sure that I'm gonna make it. And I was saying like, this is terrifying. Like, could you imagine going into that thing? Like, I don't have any knowledge of what these planes are like on the inside there, where the landing gear goes up. Like, what if there's a whole bunch of mechanical stuff that just crushes you? It's crazy. I do remember something I said here as well, and I think my voice cut out again with the microphone issue. This bit here, like this really close up of Drake, reminds me of Crash Bandicoot, which is really awesome because obviously it's Naughty Dog. But for some reason, I don't know why, I was reminded of him sort of like crawling along the ground, or of Crash Bandicoot crawling along the ground. So that was really cool. All right, this next bit, this is a funny bit too. You crawl through these vents and stuff, and you'd think, oh, I'm crawling through these vents. There's no way anyone's gonna see me. I wonder what's coming up next. Like, one of the things I got annoyed about this was it would have been so awesome. It's not a real, unfortunately, it's just a cargo plane. I can't remember what are they called B-52s, or am I just thinking of the band? I'm sure there's like a number/letter name for these things. Like, I don't remember what they are, but it would have been really cool to have an aeroplane chapter where you have to, like, you know, go through the aisles and just, go through different parts of the aeroplane. Now, there's going to be a cut here, and I'll show you what, and I'll tell you why. There's a trophy for beating these big guys without taking a hit, and what I wanted to do was I basically wanted to get that trophy, but when I went for this bit, he kicked me, and I was like, you know what, I have a chance, he's by himself, let me just restart the checkpoint and try again. And I tried several more times, but I cut them all out, so I just left this last one. Now, you tell me, I'm pretty sure that I beat him here without taking any hits, and it doesn't give me the trophy, and I'm not sure why. I'm thinking that it might be because you have to beat the other big guy, so that I took him out like that. I think you have to beat the other big guy, the one who is kind of like the one that you fight at the beginning of the game, or the one that's dressed really well. I don't know, I think I'll have to look up that trophy a little bit more. I might actually get it when I do the easy speed run. They might actually be easier to take down without getting hit, but yeah, I got a little bit confused there. Oh, this bit is so cool. I think this is what makes Uncharted 3. This segment of the game is something that I just think that it's one of those things that everyone should play. Well, first of all, everyone should play Uncharted. Like, it's fantastic. All three games are just so good in their own right. Obviously, Uncharted 1 is kind of when you look at 2 and 3, you go, wow, Uncharted 1 is like really bland, but it's still great, it's still fantastic, and this is just insane. This is one of the biggest gaming moments, I think, in history for a lot of people. Climbing back onto this plane with these trucks and that thing, it's just so awesome. Got really lucky with some kills here. As I've always said throughout the playthrough, this, what's called the ARM Micro, is a crazy good gun. There is going to be a cut here, so let's see. I can't remember if I get it on my first go. I kill all these guys, then what happens? I'm about to die. I'm trying to work out where to stand, and then they kill me, yeah. And there's a cut here, and I think this is the next checkpoint. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you might actually get this far if you climb back onto the plane, but I don't remember. And then this bit, it's kind of difficult to get past. I'm going to struggle with this on brutal difficulty, I know I am for sure.
it's quite tough to get past. You want to use the arm micro, like almost certainly, because it's just so powerful, and if you can aim correctly, you can get some really nice headshots in, and they just die. But it is hard. I mean, look at all those enemies. So I went that far, killed all those enemies, and then there's another cut here, and I got this checkpoint. So there was actually a checkpoint between the previous cut and this cut. Okay, and then when I got to this point, I was like, okay, yeah, I definitely got, I definitely got it. So then, I'm not sure how to speed this up anymore. I was trying to stay away from the hole, but I probably should have been trying to head towards it because Drake has to fly out of the plane. He has to basically fall, just out like this. And I mean, look, the whole plane is destroyed. It's so like epic. They really made it epic. And this bit's cool too. You have to try and grab onto the netting. Gotcha. That would, I think, almost certainly kill him because that thing is traveling really fast. But it's video games, so that should have been silly. Release the parachute, which just happens to be there, and then float slowly to the ground.
Thank God.
And just so good. Yeah, that section is really fun, really awesome. I think it's a masterpiece. That bit there is a masterpiece. In the next episode, I talk a lot about the sand and the way they use, or the way they did this portion of the game in the next episode. So hopefully you're watching that too. Alright, we're pretty much at the end of the episode here. Sorry that this episode was kind of like a mini rant, but I think hopefully most of you guys enjoyed watching and listening to it. But for the time being, I want to thank you for watching episode 12 of Let's Platinum and 100% Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception on the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. My name is Ultima456, and I will see you next time.